Hi everyone, this video is a complete overview of Envato Elements, a valuable subscription service for anyone creating digital content. Whether you're a graphic designer, video creator, animator, freelancer, web designer, or just promoting yourself or your business online or in print, Envato Elements provides a ton of value for the price. They also have a very limited free version, and we will cover that as well. I am not sponsored by Envato, but I am in their affiliate program, so using the link in the description pays me a small commission at no cost to you, and it is greatly appreciated by me. But because I'm not sponsored, I'll be able to give it to you straight, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so let's get into it. Envato Elements is a single subscription for a fixed monthly or annual cost that allows subscribers to download an enormous amount of content. The content comes with a very simple commercial license with few restrictions on how you use it, but I am going to give you some licensing things to look out for, especially with music if you want to use it on YouTube. Examples of available content include stock images, stock video, music, sound effects, graphic design templates, social media templates, web design tools, fonts, and so much more. There are tons of things you can do with these to get amazing effects and save tons of time. Here are some quick benefits of using Envato Elements. Number 1, so many content types under one subscription. I've previously subscribed to one service for music and sound effects, another for stock images, and I've bought stock video, templates, and add-ons individually. Once I found Envato Elements, I realized I could cancel a whole bunch of services and get everything I needed from one place for way less money. As of this video, the Envato Elements library has over 57 million assets. Using free sites like Pexels or Pixabay is okay, but you end up having the same content that everyone else has, and the amount of options are much more limited. With Creative Commons sites, you always have to be mindful of attribution and even scams. None of this is an issue with Envato Elements. Number 2, Envato's licensing is great. Everything you get from Envato Elements you can use commercially with very few restrictions, so long as you are a subscriber when you create the product you use the asset in. For example, if I'm an Envato subscriber and I make a short social media video for a client, in which I use some music, stock footage, and video transitions from Envato, that client can use the video forever. If I stop subscribing to Envato, the client can still use the video. I just can't create any new commercial products with the assets I downloaded when I was a subscriber. How is that enforced? I don't know, but I will cover how the licensing of individual products works. Number 3 is simple billing and cancellation. At the time of this video, an individual subscription to Envato Elements is $33 per month if you pay monthly, and only $16.50 a month on the annual plan. That's like 55 cents a day. The annual plan is clearly the best value. Students currently get 30% off, teams of up to 5 users have discounted pricing, and enterprise customers can get custom pricing. But you can cancel anytime. It's a month-to-month subscription or a year-to-year subscription on the annual plan. If you're using Envato Elements as a freelancer or part of your business, I think it's a no-brainer. The amount of content you have access to and the amount of time you will save is a smart investment. So let's jump into Envato and see some examples of what you will have access to. Stock video. 2.2 million videos you can use, 70,000 of them with transparent alpha channels, 129,000 that loop. You can filter by resolution, frame rate, and of course you can search for anything using the search bar at the top. Customizable video templates. 44,000 of them with all sorts of categories, and you can specifically filter by the video editing software you use down here. These include transitions, text and logo effects, and a lot more to quickly make your videos better and more professional. If I search for Instagram, I get all sorts of Instagram story and post templates. These could be very useful for either yourself or your clients. Music tracks, over 100,000 of them. You can search by genre, mood, instrument, vocals, tempo, and length. If you use music, this alone should show you the value of not having to worry about crediting people for background music. I have one word of caution I'll explain in a minute if you want to use the music on YouTube. Yes, you can do it, but there are some things you need to know about. They also have over 500,000 sound effects. These are game sounds, transition sounds, futuristic, cartoon, you name it. 5,000 of the sounds are looping. Graphic templates. There is a lot in here. Print templates, product mockups, websites, UI kits for app developers. If you wanted to make a catalog, a brochure, a wedding invitation, a Christmas card, you name it, there is a template in here for it. And again, you can filter by what application you use. If you're a freelance designer of any kind, imagine how much this could speed up your workflow. Then we have the graphics category, which is all sorts of graphical elements. These are background images, textures, icons, and a lot more. Many of these individual assets are actually entire sets of themed elements you can download and play around with. I want to highlight the social category, which also has packs and packs of theme templates for social media posts. Presentation templates has thousands of customizable kits for PowerPoint, Keynote, and Google Slides. Create branded presentations and never show a dull PowerPoint again. Stock images, almost 4 million of them. By comparison, Pixabay, which is free and everybody else uses, has about 1.4 million. In addition to searching with the search bar, it's also really cool that you can pick a color and search for images that match a color scheme. Fonts. Yes, I know there are tons and tons of fonts out there all over the internet. Well, here's about 15,000 more you'll have access to with Envato. Just think about it. No two of your clients ever need to even use the same font. Add-ons. When I tried Envato Elements, these weren't even on my radar. Now they are my favorite part of the subscription service. There are so many actions and presets for programs like Photoshop. I made this guy on fire, and then I made him turn into smoke. I added a snow effect to this image, all with downloadable actions from Envato. I've also been playing around with text effects for t-shirt designs. You can make really unique effects by using and combining add-ons. It is absolutely awesome. You could spend the rest of your life exploring these and not get to the end of them. They also have brushes, layer styles, color palettes, and more. Web templates. I don't do web designing, but you've got email, admin, landing page, and website templates to make your website or your client's website look and function great. Under more categories, you have content management systems. This is a little over my head, but they manage content for websites. There's also a lot of WordPress stuff in here. And then 3D objects is interesting. I got really excited when I saw this, but they're not the 3D objects I was thinking of. I thought they were 3D object files to download and use in 3D software like Blender or Cinema 4D, but they're not. You click on one and then you can drag it around 360 degrees. Then you take a snapshot of the object and you have an image. It can be useful for 2D design work, but they are not the OBJ or FBX files that I thought they were at first. Okay, I promised to cover the downsides of Envato Elements as well. I don't have many, but there are two main things you should understand. The assets on Envato Elements are created by third parties. Individuals submit their products to Envato, and they are well reviewed before being allowed on the platform. This is not an issue with the quality of the assets. They are all good. This does cause a weird thing when it comes to licensing though. Let's take a stock video as an example. A creator creates a stock video and it's approved to be available on Envato. It appears Envato pays the video creator based on how many times the video is used by Envato subscribers. As an Envato subscriber, you can download anything on the site, but use of the assets is licensed on a per project basis. So you're not supposed to download an asset and use it for anything you want forever. You are supposed to actually have the product licensed to your individual projects. It's not that complicated though. I'll show you how it works by downloading this stock video. I'm prompted to tell Envato which project I'm using the asset for. I can choose from previous projects or type in a name and add the project very simply. Let's say I'm downloading this for use in a client project for ABC Company. I'll give the project a name of ABC Company 2022. Now, because I've listed that project, I am now licensed to use this asset in this project. If I want to use the same asset for another project, I'm supposed to go back to the downloads page or download it again and add the new project. Exceptions to this are fonts and add-ons. You can download them one time and are able to use them on multiple projects without registering them each time, as long as you are a current Envato Elements subscriber. At first, I thought this was going to be a pain, but it's not that bad. I've made a practice of just deleting the assets after I use them, and if I want to use them again, I re-download them for whatever project I'm working on. And understanding that this is how the licensing is tracked and how the creators of the content get paid, I think it's a reasonable solution which probably helps keep the subscription price as low as it is. It's also how you protect yourself or your clients if somebody claims you don't have the rights to use something from Envato. By listing the specific project you're using it on, this gives it a license specific to the project that protects you and the client you're making it for. If you want to download something to play around with or experiment with, you have an option to download the asset without creating a license. But if you decide to use it later, you're supposed to come back and add it to a project so that it's properly licensed. The second thing I want to talk about is using music from Envato Elements on YouTube. YouTube has a system that automatically scans uploaded videos for copyrighted music. Many music creators use content tracking systems to make sure people aren't using their music on YouTube without buying it. When copyrighted music is detected, the video is flagged by YouTube and can impact the video's performance and monetization, which is very bad. The music, or at least a lot of it on Envato Elements, is copyrighted. It's created by a third party, but as an Envato subscriber, you have a bona fide right or license to use it. The problem is, YouTube doesn't know that, and it may place a pause on your monetization because of that. There's a process for you to submit to YouTube a copy of the license to show you have the rights to use the music. Envato has an entire page on their site about this and how it works. Also, individual music files will tell you if they are registered with a copyright tracking service. Here's an example of one that is, and here's an example of one that isn't. When you download a tracked music file, it prompts you with a warning. As I understand it, you are less likely to run into problems with one that is not registered with a tracking service. But I'm not going to sugarcoat this. I make videos for YouTube and I don't like this. I have used music from Envato on other social media platforms, but I have chosen not to mess with this on my YouTube videos. If you're looking for a more solid solution for music on YouTube, you might try out Epidemic Sound. They own all the rights to the music in their library, and you connect your YouTube channel to your account, so it's automatically given a thumbs up to use music from Epidemic Sound. I really do wish Envato Elements had a system in place like this. Well, I told you I'd give you the bad with the good, but that's all I have for the bad. I mentioned I'd talk about using Envato for free. Envato does not have a free trial program, unfortunately. They do have a free account you can sign up for. With the free account, Envato gives you access to 12 select assets every month. No, you do not get to pick the 12 assets every month. That would be awesome. They choose 12, which are made available to everyone for that month. It may be worth looking at, but it is nothing like the millions of assets you'd have with an actual subscription. And just a reminder, if you are interested in either the free or paid versions, I would love it if you would use the link in the description, which pays me a small commission if you make a purchase at no additional cost to you. I have found tremendous value in the subscription and I use it every single day. And seriously, if you're trying to make money off graphic design or video creation, this is a legitimate investment to save you time and money, as well as really expand what you can create. The annual plan is less than $200 and worth every penny for me. I was trying to provide a thorough overview complete with pros and cons of Envato Elements. I hope it helped in some way. Please check out Envato with the affiliate link in the description. Let me know what you think in the comments or if you have suggestions for other content services. It would mean the world to me if you gave the video a like, and if you'd like to see more of my content, I would love to have you as a subscriber on my channel. Thank you so much, have fun, and stay creative.